The online submission platform is a web portal created by the Center for Health Information and Analysis. Provider organizations will use the online submission platform to submit their Part 2 materials to the Health Policy Commission's Registration of Provider Organizations program. To access the site, you must submit an INET user agreement to the HPC. Once the HPC has processed your agreement, you will receive your username, password, and a link to the website by email. If you have not completed an INET user agreement, you can download one from the HPC's website. New users will be prompted to change their password when they first access the online submission platform. Users who have existing INET accounts with CHIA will use their existing password. You can also change your password at any time by clicking the Change Password button on the login screen. Once you have entered your username and password, you will reach the Select Application page. Click on the Registration of Provider Organizations icon. This will bring you to your home page. Check the left-hand side of the page for recent program updates. In the center column, you can review the status of your application and the number of days until it is due. The right-hand side of the page contains helpful program resources, including blank Microsoft Excel templates for the files that can be completed using a template. To access your application, click on the Application tab on the top of the page. The system will automatically direct you to the Background Information page. The tabs at the top of the page correspond to the files described in the Data Submission Manual. Information that you submitted in Part 1 will be pre-populated when you log in. Please make sure you review this pre-populated information and make edits if anything has changed. If you need to clear all of the data in a specific tab, you can use the Clear All Data button. The system will ask if you are sure you want to clear all of the data on this page. Be careful, your data cannot be recovered if you select OK. The online submission platform uses question logic to determine which fields are required for your organization. In RPO 42, you can indicate, for example, whether you own or control any licensed facilities. If you indicate that you do not own any licensed facilities, the system will gray out the Facilities tab at the top of the page. You will not be able to click on the Facilities tab or answer any of the questions in this file. Remember to periodically save your changes using the Save as Draft button on the top of the page. Provider organizations have received customized Excel templates via email that include the information submitted in Part 1 of initial registration. Completing and uploading these templates to the online submission platform will likely save you time. When you import a template, any existing data in the system will be overwritten by information in your Microsoft Excel template. For example, if you added a corporate affiliate manually in the online submission platform, and that corporate affiliate is not listed in your Microsoft Excel template, the system will delete that corporate affiliate from your list if you import the template. You can complete the Contracting Affiliations file, Facilities file, and Clinical Affiliations file using a Microsoft Excel template. In the Corporate Affiliations file, only questions RPO 43 through RPO 48 can be answered using the template. Once you have imported the template, all other questions in the Corporate Affiliations file must be manually entered. To import a template, select the Import Template button on the top of the page. The system will allow you to browse to the file's location on your computer. Select the proper file and click on the Import button. The contents of the Microsoft Excel template will now be displayed in the online submission platform, and you can answer the additional questions from within the system. On the left-hand side of this tab, you can see the list of corporate affiliates that you have entered. On the right-hand side, you can see the detailed information about the corporate affiliate that you have selected. The total number of affiliates you have entered is displayed on the bottom of the screen. You can also sort your affiliates alphabetically. To select a different corporate affiliate, click on the checkbox next to its name. To add a new corporate affiliate, select the Add button on the left-hand side of the screen. A blank page will appear on the right-hand side of the screen. Once you have entered the information, hit the Save button. To delete a corporate affiliate, click on the checkbox next to its name and select the Delete button. You can use the Delete All button to erase all of your corporate affiliates, but be careful. Your data cannot be recovered if you select OK. If you want to focus on inputting information for a single corporate affiliate, you can collapse the list of corporate affiliates on the left-hand side of the page using the arrow button. To expand the list of corporate affiliates, click on the arrow again. You can complete the required information in the order that you prefer. However, the HPC strongly recommends completing the corporate affiliations file before entering information about your other relationships. The online submission platform will use the information from your corporate affiliations file to populate other questions on other tabs. The online submission platform can help you track your progress in completing the required fields. Once you have completed all of the required fields for an entity, the online submission platform will highlight that entity in green. If you have not answered all of the required questions for an entity, the online submission platform will display the affiliate without green shading. The Contracting Entity tab does not have buttons to add or delete a contracting entity from the list on the left-hand side of the page. The online submission platform has pre-populated your list of contracting entities based on the information that you provided in the corporate affiliations file. Each of the tabs in the online submission platform uses question logic to make clear which questions you are required to answer and which you can leave blank. For example, if you answer yes in RPO 66, you must provide an answer to RPO 67. If you select no in RPO 66, RPO 67 is no longer applicable to your organization. The system will remove the red star from RPO 67 and will stop you from answering the question by replacing your cursor with a red no sign when you hover over the answer options. Use the File Attachments tab to upload your corporate organizational chart, your affidavit of truthfulness, and your physician roster if applicable. To upload a file, select the Add button on the left-hand side of the screen. Use the drop-down menu to select a file type. Use the Browse button to navigate to the file's location on your computer. You can add a note to the file using the free text field below. Once you press the Save and Upload button, your file will be displayed on the left-hand side of the screen. You can click on the hyperlink under File Name to view your file in a new tab or download your file. Please note that the physician roster file is not editable from within the online submission platform. If you need to update your physician roster, simply make the change in the Excel template, delete the original file from the online submission platform, and save and upload the edited file. When you have finished entering the required information, click on the Submit button. The system will ask you to confirm that you want to submit your materials. The online submission platform will scan your application to ensure that you have answered all of the required questions. For example, the alert is not prompting us to answer information in the facilities file because we indicated in RPO 42 that this provider organization does not have any licensed facilities. However, the system has identified the clinical affiliations file as incomplete because we did not enter any information in this tab. Once you have submitted your materials, you can view your application, but you cannot edit or update the information. Contact the HPC if you need to update your information after you have pressed Submit. If you have any questions about the online submission platform, please email hpc-rpo@state.ma.us.